Hey, it's Andy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Listen, I wanted to share something that happened to me today, and it's crazy because I've been technically preparing for the last few months or even the last year or so for technically something like this, and it's something that I actually learned and I'll share with you guys. And it has to do with, the question is, what is the difference between an inconvenience and an emergency? What's the difference? Well, the difference is money. Think about that. An inconvenience or an emergency, the only thing, the difference is money. So I'll give you an example. Today, I went out and took out my BMW. I was actually going out to one of my mechanics to kind of tune it up and stuff. And as I get there, something happened with the coolant and it started smelling a little bit like coolant leak or something. These BMWs and all that, it's just crazy. So many things in them. But it happened to be, not only is it a coincidence that it was just there when I was actually going to go see him for something else related with tuning, but to me, most people would have been upset. I wasn't upset. I was just like, dang, it's an inconvenience, because I was actually going to go out and have lunch with my dad. And I know if he's watching this, hey dad, and when I called you, I was like, okay, I guess it's cool, no big deal. Why is it an inconvenience and not an emergency for me? Simply put, very quick, it's an inconvenience because guess what? All I had to do was call Lyft, pay the $15, $20 to get home, and guess what? Pick up my second car. For most, it's an emergency. For most, it's, oh my God, my car is gonna be $1,000. Where I don't even have the money. I don't even have $1,000 saved. Did you guys know? Side note: did you guys know that 67% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved in their savings account disposable? So anyways, long story short, to me it was an inconvenience. Forget the fix. I called Lyft. I went ahead and grabbed my second car, and I did what I had to do and see some appointments. But to most people, it would have been an emergency. Guys, we have to be prepared for emergencies. And one thing that I can tell you to be prepared is to have your mini fund. Something I learned with this company. A mini fund, you guys want to be able to set aside anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 extra. Just saved. You don't even have to have them in the bank. You can put them in investment banking, and if you need it, it's disposable in 24 hours. Put it in a bank, which you're probably losing money anyways, but at least have it disposable. $3,000 to $5,000 in your mini fund. And I'll go a little further. The next thing that everybody should achieve, not only having a mini fund, which is $3,000 to $5,000 available at disposable, but have 6 months worth of your expenses paid. So that if you ever lost your job, if you ever became handicapped, God willing, wrong choice of words, but if something ever happened and you couldn't fulfill your duty at your job and you had no insurance or anything, you have 6 months worth of coverage. And the other thing we teach was that on the 9th month, you start investing. Okay, you start investing in mutual funds, bonds, stocks, and the whole nine. But I do want to share that with you guys, the difference between an inconvenience and an emergency is money. Think about it. The stress level is determined by how much money you have in your mini fund. Anything can happen right now and I have disposable income. But because I've been setting up and I've been trained and I've been hanging around with the right people and the right company. So guys, I just want to tell you the difference of mindset. You got to shift your mindset to shift your income. So guys, go ahead and comment below, like or comment, and I'll share with you guys some other quick strategies and quick formulas on how to achieve that quick 369 financial transformation. But other than that, I want to share with you guys the difference between an inconvenience and an emergency. Other than that, talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.